All right, ladies. Leon Trotsky here. It's been a little while, and we're playing some more Minecraft. And let me just explain as we're looking at this here. You can clearly see I'm loading the game back in, which means I haven't been playing directly from the last episode. I remember last episode, and I remember going on some crazy rant about religion and spirituality and all sorts of different stuff. And you guys, I could go back and watch the last episode, and I probably will. But right now, we're going to go on, and we're going to talk about some other stuff, just whatever's on the top of my head right now, and we'll just see how this goes. So this is kind of like a new session. I don't even know if I'm supposed to let you guys know that as we're doing the Minecraft list, but that's, let me know if you want to know, or if you'd just like me to continue. Oh, look, I'm actually continuing, and I played for 35 hours of Minecraft straight, and you can check out all these episodes that I just played hours straight. No, come on. Everybody takes breaks, comes up with new topics, has new stuff, and it's, a new week, I think. I think I did most of those, maybe a week ago, so new week, a lot of new stuff's going on. We're loading up here, initializing the server, and Minecraft-wise, I remember we're down in some cave. World-wise, man, a lot's going on. So we'll talk about both. That's just kind of how it's going. Obviously, we did the whole religion thing last time as we were digging this thing. I remember that much. But I assume I was on my way back up. Let me see how my inventory is going. Decent inventory. But we'll see how this goes. Oh, God, there's no step there. This could be a problem. Something I did want to talk to you guys about today, as we'll go up here, kind of make sense of inventory stuff, why, see if it's day or night, and see what's going on. I was watching a movie earlier, and it was, what was it? All the jumping. That's what I forgot with the health thing. I need to build stairs so that basically I don't have to jump everywhere. Yeah, it's nighttime. All right, so what I was saying, though, I was watching this movie, Iron Man 2. Now, I'm not saying this is a classy movie. It's not one of my... I wouldn't recommend it, but it's funny. It's entertaining. There's a lot of movies that are like that, in my opinion, first of all. A lot of movies that are like, this isn't a great movie, I'll admit it, but it's, it's worth a view. It's worth entertaining, and I guess it's what a lot of things is. It's entertainment. I guess it kind of ties into that, because I was watching, what was it earlier that I was watching? UFC. And man, I love sports. I'm a big fan of sports and all. But all that is, it's just like, it's no different than like gladiators and stuff like that. And I don't see why people have such a problem with some stuff and not a problem with others. But what I was getting back to, the real point I wanted to make here, first of all, was this movie, Iron Man 2. Basically, Iron Man the one, if you guys don't know anything about Iron Man, he creates this suit and he basically he saves the world and creates all this peace. And I was thinking, if somebody really did this and they created this superpower weapon, it's kind of how it would go along. The government would want to take it back, and they would try to, and he'd be like, "No, you can't have it back because it's my weapon. I made this," and it's obviously part of him in the movie. But he eventually takes a stand where it's like, "Yo, I'm like super popular, and I can do anything I want. Look at me, I just saved the world. I'm so awesome and amazing." And I was just thinking, if somebody actually did something really amazing and, I don't know, cured AIDS or something like that, and they were popular, I could see a lot of people of that country, voting for them to be mayor or governor or president. And I don't know. I don't know what that's a sign of. I don't know if that's a sign of people being ignorant and stupid, or people just me thinking people are ignorant and stupid, or maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe we should have a more popular president. I mean, look, Richard Nixon, or no, not Richard Nixon. Who am I getting myself? What's his name? Ronald Reagan? Was it Reagan? I think it was Reagan or Kennedy. I don't remember. God, the history guy. I'm thinking about it now. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. But yeah, we've had presidents that have been in the movies. I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a prime example of a governor. Barack Obama is just pretty awesome. It's not that I like Obama or don't like Obama. It's just, to be honest, most presidents and political figures do all the same shit. They all say the same stuff. They all do the same things. It's just who's paying the bills, who's getting a little more tongue-in-cheek out, on the Capitol Hill. There are obviously people that talk to them, and they get their opinions in a little bit more, which is something I'm not a big fan of. Money in politics is just dangerous game. I was watching this thing today, and I'm probably going to quote this completely wrong, but that's just kind of how this story is going to go. At least how some of these videos are going to go. I don't want to go too far from home here. Maybe a tree would be nice, though. I should go and replant trees. The story is about currency and stuff like that, and basically saying, this was a while ago, that they're having currency wars, and people are attempting to devalue their currency so that their values more our whole global economic system is just completely retarded. and it's all built on like owing people money, and there's just something about just the way things are going. Man, this looks, what the all the cows going on ice. It just looks funny because it's like the end of the world, and you can tell it stops there, but it's all frozen because of this stupid snow world. Oh, snow world. But the economics, oh man, economics. I just go from, I don't even know what the last topic was, but whatever. Economic system is just completely, it's not that it's broken, it's just mind-boggling that it's worked for so long. It's just all these people convince everybody it works, I guess. I don't really know why it works. It's just, there's nothing better, I suppose. There's always going to need a way to trade in between people. It's like, I can't do everything in a society, basically. That's where it comes down to, is the need to create some form of barter in a society. And it's the, not always are you going to have, if you're a farmer, you're not always going to be able to offer your crops or something like that. If you're a dentist, not everybody's going to need dentistry, or, some people won't be able to charge exorbitant amounts and stuff like that. I'm going to get lost from home just wandering around here. I'm so bad. I've told you guys about this before. Oh, look. Thing up there. So they create this idea of like bartering, and obviously there's different monetary systems in different countries, but then I forget what happened, but the idea that you could like trade on these monetary systems and these big banks that just do nothing but push numbers around based on these algorithms that they just have this fancy schmancy algorithm for. It's really like just people playing numbers and playing games with different big numbers, and that's what these people are actually doing when they should, I don't know, they could be doing something great and helping the world so that we can like that's the thing, all these people that are making all this money, pushing numbers around and stuff, they could be making so much money or just so much better by doing something that would really like change the world. And the problem is, you see people do stuff like that, or you see people have done stuff like that in the past, and it just gets out of control sometimes. Like, I don't know, governments, people get crazy when you start challenging their notions of belief. And we've had this talk about like all these crazy people that live in this world. But man, like that's the thing when you do stuff like this and you talk about politics and religion, and people, it's stuff that people have such a profound just interest in, and a lot of people have made up their views on the way the world works, and they understand, and they think that this is how things is and are. And when you question that, or when you make them think differently about that, sometimes they're not very, I guess receptive would be the right word. Sometimes they can be a little hostile. The biggest thing to me always kills me is when people they thank God. They're like, oh, thank you, God. I wouldn't have been able to do this without you, without, God. Like, God's the greater. Jesus Christ, like, did this. I was watching the UFC fight, and the guy's like, he won an amazing fight, just awesome head kick. And it was just like, because of Jesus, I was able to do this. And I was just like, like, kind of. I understand in a way where he's coming from. It's the idea of Jesus. It's not like Jesus Christ as a human being. It's the idea of Jesus Christ gave him the strength to train harder and win that fight. And I can't argue with that. I'm coming back to religion again. I can't argue with that. But in a way, I can't argue with something giving somebody strength, you know what I mean, and making somebody a better person. There's no problem with that. My problem is when somebody like is just crazy about it. Like, to me, it's like, that wasn't Jesus, bro. Like obviously it wasn't Jesus. And maybe he does understand, it's what Jesus stood for. It's not when somebody says, oh, this is Jesus, and Jesus did this for me, or God did this. It's not Jesus. It's not Jesus Christ as a human being. It's Jesus's beliefs. It's Christianity. It's, and there's nothing wrong with Christianity. Oh my God, that's a deep dark hole. There's nothing wrong with Christianity. It's really just, it's a belief in like helping one another and loving each other and just taking care of other mankind. But it gets perverted, straight up perverted through society and through man that wants to control it and wants power. And that's the biggest problem. Like, I really don't have a problem with the religion. It's zombies. It's the zombies that I have a problem with. And literally, I'm not just talking about the gameplay here. Literally, I'm talking about like religious zombie zealots that are just like, Jesus, God did this, God did that. And they really give no two thoughts to it. And who am I to say that they didn't give two thoughts to it? I don't know them. I don't really know, I suppose. But you know what I mean. Like, I'm not saying everybody's like that, and I'm not saying everybody that believes in Jesus or thanks God is like, just ignorant. No. A lot of people really have a good understanding of what Jesus taught and what God really stands for. And if you can understand that, and you can understand Jesus' message, like, I can't argue with that. But some people use Jesus' message to pervert their sins, and oh my God, it's but that's not, no, guys, that's not what Jesus taught. And I think that's a problem with, I guess, society, or I don't know if it's society or it's just man does it naturally. I don't know. It's the way it kind of seems like man wants power. It's just naturally in his, I don't know, whatever, creation. God did it. You blame it on him. He wants power, so he perverts God's word in a way. And when I say God's word, what I'm really saying is, like, he perverts, that idea of being good to one another, of caring. And that's really what all religion, that's what I was trying to say in that religion. That's all religions say. All religions talk about this kind of stuff. All religions are like, just be good. Be a good person. Care about other people and think about what you're doing. And, keep your mind still and just be normal. Like, it's not be normal. It's, just be like a normal person. It's fucking easy. No, because I don't think there's a normal person. I don't think anybody's normal. I mean, there's average, but there's not normal. Normal's a loaded word. Again, that was the same thing as, do you believe in religion? That's a loaded question. Do you believe in God? Like, oh God, do I believe in God? Don't get me started. I should plant some trees before I go back in. Night's coming up. All right, let's get trees like close to the house right now. So this is my house. The big wooden, it's not even wooden. The big dirt thing there is my house. But yeah. So I don't know. It's just, people are fucking crazy. And the people would vote in. If somebody, like, could you imagine, all right, if somebody was like, yo, I am, not Jesus Christ, but imagine if he did perform some sort of miracle, all right? Imagine if somebody actually performed, like I can't even think what a legit miracle would be. That's a freaking good question. What would be a miracle? Oh man, I don't even know where to begin with that. Well, I can make mushroom stew. Yay. A miracle. Ooh. You guys leave that down in the comments below. What would you consider to be a miracle? And that's the weird thing. A miracle? Is it just something you can't understand right now? Is it just something like, I don't quite get this? I don't know, man. Leave it down below. I'm going to leave you guys right here. It's going nighttime. I might sleep and then maybe try and build some sort of farm or something. I don't know. I got so much freaking food. I could go caving for days. You can maybe let me know what you think. I'll probably actually do an episode. But yeah, let me know. What do you consider a miracle? I'll think about that. We'll talk about some other stuff in the next episode. I hope you guys enjoy. A like and favorite and comment is always appreciated. All right, guys. I'll see you soon. Until next time. You know how we do.